Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Sanchez, and today I will be presenting on sustainable practices in large scale festivals. I decided to present on this topic because I am a fan of festivals and I attend about 1 to 2 festivals per year. Every year, you see lots of waste left behind, and just a number of attendees gathering in one place really made me wonder about the environmental impacts. And because of that, I wanted to dig deeper and see how festivals are addressing this problem. These problems. A large festival typically attracts about 100,000 attendees per day. They include hundreds of artists, including large headliners who are in demand, cost millions of dollars to produce, and the venue size can range up to 400 to 900 acres. Environmental impacts of large festivals. Waste is now one of the biggest problems facing modern music festivals. The growing use of disposable plastics, such as single use items and plastic water bottles at festivals, has been behind many of the waste problems that large festivals struggle with. Drinks and food waste are also part of the problem because they tend to be sold in disposable plastic cups, bottles, and food containers, along with an enormous amounts of plastic cutlery. Other items like abandoned camping equipment, such as sleeping bags, mats, and tents that cannot be recycled, also contribute to this problem. And other items that festival goers discard of include wristbands, fast fashion clothing, glitter, toiletries are all made from polymers that can persist in the environment for decades, if not centuries. And one example is that each of the major music festivals in the US, such as Coachella, Stagecoach, and Desert Trip, generate around 100,000 tons of solid waste every day. Carbon footprint. Music festivals are predominantly run by generators operating with diesel fuel. Sound systems and light use excess power that require generators, again, that use diesel fuel. Large events use about 0.13 gallons of diesel fuel per person per day for large festivals. And the biggest contribution to carbon emissions is the travel that takes place to and from the festival. Figure 1 is from a study that was done on Coachella, and these are the three top contributors to carbon emissions, with attendee travel being the highest at 80%, energy 13%, and waste at 7%. And Coachella produces about 808 metric tons of CO2 on a single weekend. Addressing the problem. Many festivals and organizations around the world started to implement practices to make the festival a little bit more greener and are becoming more conscious of the environmental impacts that take place during the course of a weekend. Some of these measures include encouraging carpooling, recycling stage production, using LEDs, bringing in your own refillable water bottle, only vegan food vendors, solar energy, composting toilets, recycling and composting bins, using gray water to flush toilets at festivals, and bio cutlery, just to name a few. I will now be discussing about 3 different festivals and what sustainable measures they are taking. The first festival I will be discussing is Boom Festival, which takes place in Portugal during the month of June, and this festival runs for a whole week. Boom Festival has been actively known to regenerate and nurture the earth. They believe that it is the attendees' responsibility to leave nature in a healthier, more vibrant state than when it was found. Boom acknowledges its impacts on both the natural world and social environment, and they are committed to being accountable for it. Ecological consciousness is woven into every aspect of the festival before, during, and after the event. And their environmental program is built on the following principles, such as regenerative impact, nature as a guide, holistic environmental approaches, respect and compliance, transparent communication, and environmental awareness. Paper, plastic, and glass and metal is organized by more than 200 equal team members who collect, separate, and compartmentalize each material. Containers are then processed by the public waste recycling plant. This means that they avoid using mechanical processes for separating the materials, preventing unnecessary CO2 emissions into the atmosphere. In 2023, the festival collected 45.5 tons of organic waste, and it was transformed into energy, but also sent to a composting unit and brought back to the festival grounds to use as fertilizer. Boom Festival also uses 100% compost toilets. They use the compost to create organic fertilizer. They save water because the average flush uses about 6 and 15 liters of potable water. And if you consider that going to the toilet on average a day, it's about 6 times per day, and that can waste up to 60 liters per person per day. The use of compost toilets by 40,000 attendees helps save over 19 million liters of water. Compost toilets are chemical free, which means they avoid overloading the public water treatment plant with chemicals. They create compost soil by collecting the manure of 30 to 40,000 festival attendees. And over the years, they have developed a model of compost toilets that has become practically odorless and comfortable to all users. Other practices include reusing production from previous years, sourcing local materials such as willow, cane, and straw bamboo to build art. Try to keep industrialized materials at a minimum. Reutilize art pieces from one edition into another by replacing them or using the materials to create a new piece. And lastly, they have 2 biological water treatment stations on site. Boom Festival has also taken energy measures, which include an off-the-grid program that was introduced in 2012, which falls within the realm of energy efficiency. Solar and waste vegetable power generators run the healing and sacred fire areas. A clean energy irrigation system covering over 50 hectares of land organized by solar power. Their entire production village is powered by solar, and then 25% of the festival area was operating independently of the mainstream electrical matrix as they took Boom's environmental program to the next level. 45,000 liters of vegetable oil is used as biofuel, reducing CO2 emissions by 117 tons. The next festival I'll be discussing is Coachella. Coachella has previously partnered with NRG Energy, a leading integrated power and energy company in the US. They are committed to reducing 90% of Coachella's greenhouse gas emissions by making renewable energy based and sustainable attractions. The biggest project they made was in the installment of 300 solar energy panels to power the festival. The findings show that much work has been done by Coachella organizers to reduce the environmental impacts of the event they organize. They have taken mitigation measures to minimize adverse impacts, measures to enhance environmental benefits, identified risk and uncertainties, done some institutional support for monitoring and implementing environmental legislation and standards as part of the EMP concept. They have also partnered with Global Inheritance to promote carpooling by awarding lifetime passes and prizes through a contest to those who carpool to Coachella. And some other measures that Coachella has implemented has been incentivizing carpooling to reduce the number of vehicles coming into festival grounds. They've been trying to minimize waste generated by organizing massive waste sorting program. And entertainment that they hold is generated through renewable energy such as solar energy and kinetic energy. Digital Festival is located in Amsterdam, Netherlands. And I had the opportunity of attending digital in 2019, and it was the first time I actually was exposed to sustainable measures within the festival. I noticed a group of people thoroughly sorting through waste bins. I noticed all of the food was vegan, and they had a cup recycling program, which means that anytime you want to purchase a drink, you have to trade in a cup they provide. And if you fail to bring a cup, they don't serve you. Other festivals have this cup system as well, but if you don't have your cup, they will charge you an extra €2 for your drink. Digital's main goal is to become fully circular festival. All year round, they research for the latest technological breakthroughs to close material loops. They focus on 5 different pillars of sustainability, such as resources, energy, mobility, sanitation, and food. And some of the measures include the recycling cup system, vegan food vendors only, thorough waste management and sorting, reusing previous year's props and stage production. And in 2012, Digital achieved 0 grams of waste per visitor. Digital also uses 100% of renewable energy. They use biodiesel fuel for machinery that is used during the production of the festival. And they provide dry toilets to reduce water usage and extract nutrients to make fertilizers. And in 2022, they reached their goal and became a fully sustainable and circular festival. The 3 following organizations consult festivals by collecting data and designing mitigation measures to help festivals become more sustainable. And just in conclusion, I believe that we all have a responsibility when attending these events, concerts, or large gatherings. We can make conscious decisions on how we consume, taking small measures such as bringing your own water bottles, recycling when an opportunity presents itself, avoid buying fast fashion when attending these events, and carpooling or taking public transport can make a small difference. Thank you.